Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to your channeled message reading. This is the Dream Clairvoyant. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do hope you're all doing well, feeling safe and feeling blessed because you are. So for the channeled message reading, it does not matter what your zodiac sign is. Absolutely anyone may resonate with this message, but I do ask that you use discernment, take what resonates and leave what does not. All right. Let's get started. Holy Spirit, thank you for guiding us. Channeled message reading. Channeled message reading. The Hierophant. Tell us more. The Page of Cups. The Death. The Lovers. Two of Cups. Tell us more. The Three of Swords. The Devil. All right. So let's get started. The Hierophant. The Hierophant represents power and influence. These are people who can be like advisors, counselors, leaders, teachers. They tend to influence and inspire people. Okay, that's why you see this person is like higher up and these two individuals are looking up at the Hierophant. They're watching, they're being guided, they're being led, they're being inspired, they're learning from this Hierophant. The Hierophant could even be someone who's in some sort of leadership position as well, okay? Next, you have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups, pages are all about communication, messages, and news, okay? With the Page of Cups here, I feel like there's something about you. Clarify the Page of Cups. Yeah, there's something about you. I feel like I am talking to someone who is the Hierophant here. People tend to be very inspired by you. Like you catch the eye of many people, okay? You may even wonder why people are just so intrigued by you, okay? Maybe even sometimes you feel like people are obsessed with you, but there's something about you where your light shines very brightly, so you glow. And when you glow, when your light shines very brightly, you will catch people's eye. You will catch it. You'll get their attention. You know, people will notice you. People will spot you out, even amongst other people. I personally call it the glory of God that is shining upon his children. And it is meant to attract all that is good. Sometimes it may even, your light may attract those who are in the dark, okay? And what you can do is, of course, always protect yourself. Don't put yourself in any situations where you're in danger or put yourself around toxic people. But what you can do is inspire them from a distance by just living your life righteously with goodness, and they will look at you, they will learn from you, and they will be inspired using your light to shine, to illuminate other people's path who are struggling, who need help, who are in the dark, okay? That's how I personally see it or define it. And it comes with a big responsibility when you carry this light, okay? Some people call it the white light of Christ, the light of God. It's like you're constantly in the spotlight, okay? But just know that for as long as you're in the light, you are protected, and it's a really good place to be. But there's something about you with the Page of Cups where I feel like you're just so, I tend to see the Page of Cups as someone who is just very innocent-like, maybe even a little bit, I don't see the Page of Cups as someone who's naive, but some may interpret that when you see the Page of Cups. I see it as someone who's innocent and very imaginative, okay? So maybe sometimes they can come off as naive, but really they're not. The Seven of Cups is even here. The Seven of Cups is all about being in your head, maybe weighing your options or doing a whole lot of thinking here. Let me see what's been going on with you with this Page of Cups. Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups represents someone who is very, very sweet, very kind, very open. The Queen of Cups opens herself up to be, this is someone who can give and receive love, okay? Just a very open-hearted, kind, genuine person is who the Queen of Cups is. These are all of your energies. I feel like with the Seven of Cups, you do have an interest in many people, places, and things. You know, you're open to people. Just like, I feel like I'm picking up on someone who's just a sweetheart. Let's look at the Death card. And people watch you, like you inspire people. Two of Pentacles. Clarify the Death. Clarify the Page of Cups. Clarify the Death, excuse me. Clarify the Death. The Death represents major endings that lead to transformations. And in clarity of the Death with the Two of Pentacles here, the Two of Pentacles often represent some sort of like, it's all about balance, stability, or how you manage things in your life. Eight of Wands, something fast and sudden that's coming towards you, or it could represent communication. Let me tap more into this energy here. Balance. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. It could represent betrayals and backstabbing, or it could even represent just you completing a very painful lesson here. I want to look more into this Six of Swords, moving things from rough waters to calmer waters. I wonder if this is your energy or someone else who's connecting to you. Eight of Wands. Clarify the Eight of Wands. What is this? Judgment and the Six of Pentacles. I feel like this may be someone here. This is someone, this is a person here. Let me look back at this. Their energy's coming up. There's someone here who carries the energy of the Death. They could be some sort of Scorpio, like maybe they have some strong Scorpio in their chart. Or this person themselves are just going through a major transformation here. Six of Swords, moving things from rough waters to calmer waters. Judgment and the Six of Pentacles. It's so interesting because this person deems you worthy. Like, you see how, and I didn't even mean to hold the cards like that, but the angels are clapping, and then with the Six of Pentacles, you're about to receive something here. Okay, I don't feel like it's a person, but it's like, it's almost like a test that you have passed. And because you passed this test, you've been deemed the perfect candidate. Like, you've been selected to receive even more abundance than what you already have. It's like the more God gives you, the more humble you become, which is very interesting because typically not everyone's like that. Many people, the more they gain, the less humble they become. But it's like, it's something with you where God gave you something, some sort of blessing, and you didn't go, like, you weren't you didn't go crazy. Like you didn't, lose your stability. You didn't act out. You didn't get out of character. You weren't reckless. You remained humble, or you became even more humble. You, even with the Six of Pentacles, maybe you even shared it. You even shared what you had with other people. You didn't take it all to yourself. We're constantly being tested. We're constantly under judgment. The divine is watching all of us. And I feel like you have made the divine very, very proud here. I mean, it's something about you where you continue to be so pure. And I said so pure, and then I heard and of light. Wow. I feel like it makes sense now, because the Two of Pentacles is management, how you manage the resources that the divine, the Most High, that God gave you. You managed it so well. It's like the angels up in the sky, they're all so proud of you. And that shows that you deserve more. It's like some people get a little bit of something and they just become wild, untamable. They become so greedy and arrogant. But for you, you remained humble. I mean, you're even here as a Queen of Cups. I feel like you still continue to be, an open person, friendly person. You didn't turn stuck up or anything like that. There's something about you where I just feel like the divine is so proud of you. And the universe is like, you deserve more. You deserve more, And I feel like that's what's about to happen with the Eight of Wands here. Something's coming to you right around the corner. I know right now you may feel tired, exhausted, or depleted with the Ten of Swords. It doesn't always have to represent a betrayal, but you've completed something here. The 10 is completion. So the 10 of Swords is some sort of maybe harsh lesson or experience or cycle that you've completed. And you did very well. And so now the universe is like, okay, we can push her forward, or we can push him forward up to the next level because he or she passed the test. So he or she gets to elevate, right? Wow. Judgment, Six of Pentacles. I keep on hearing more. You're about to receive more. Maybe even double what you initially received, because you showed that you have the maturity for it, you have the mind and the wisdom, you have the good character for it. You're not one of those people who just becomes the worst because of money, whether it's money, whether it's fame, there's something here that God gave you and you handled it very, very well. It could even be a job position, a title. Maybe you received a high position at work, but you didn't abuse your power. You actually looked out for other people. Wow. Very good. Clarify the Two of Cups. Clarify the Two of Cups. The Knight of Wands. Two of Wands. The Knight of Wands, first of all, the Two of Cups. Let's start there because that's the main card. The Two of Cups represents someone, it's like a partnership, okay? Coming together with another person. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is someone who's very active. These are people who could be traveling, migrating, fleeing from somewhere. The Knight of Wands is always up to something. This is a big action taker here, right? They go on this hot pursuit. Then you have the Two of Wands that's here carrying out a plan. You may have someone who's interested in you. Clarify the Two of Cups. King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you have someone who's interested in you. This is a King of Swords type, maybe Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or it could just be describing their personality. Maybe this is someone who's very like professional, well put together, well composed, very intelligent, analytical. This person is very authoritative. They enforce law and order. I just always envision the King of Swords as like someone who has just a very strict demeanor, you know? They're just very, very well put together, I would say. They're interested in you. They're like tunnel vision on you. Tell us about this King of Swords. Ooh, they're romantically interested in you. They want you. It's so interesting seeing the King of Swords be romantic towards people because they're typically kind of detached, you know, but these are very brilliant-minded individuals. They don't have to do much talking to get their point across. This person's about to like, they're gonna pursue you. They're gonna go on a hot pursuit because I feel like they've also called judgment on you after observing you. I feel like this person wants to know more and more about you. Clarify this King of Swords. Tell us more about this King of Swords. This is also someone who's very experienced with the Eight of Cups. They've left a lot behind from their past, and so they've come so far along their journey. So definitely know that this person may be a very mature and wise individual. Everything is fine. Yeah, they had to leave a lot behind, but I feel like this person understands why, that it was for their best interest. Tell us more about this King of Swords. They want you with the Seven of Swords. I feel like this person's been eyeing you. They've just been withholding information about it. They haven't been telling you. That's what the Seven of Swords is, someone who's being sneaky. And look, they're a high priestess. They're very secretive and mysterious. But I feel like this person, I mean, they're making an appearance in your reading, so perhaps they're about to come forward. They are. Six of Wands for your attention. This person will demand your attention. They've had enough of watching you from behind the scenes. They're showing up here with the Six of Wands for your recognition. That's what the Six of Wands is. Very nice. I feel like they're coming towards you to win your heart. The Moon card is here. Clarify the Moon. There's a lot that this person wants from you. Like they're coming towards you with really good intentions. They're coming towards you with big goals that they want to accomplish with you. This is not someone who's coming in to just see where things lead or waste your time. I feel like they're really seeing you as a potential lover, someone who they can really, really get in a commitment with, but they're going to be hiding it. They may even act like they're just now getting to know you, but I feel like they've already been keeping an eye on you, to be honest. Their goal is to win your heart. Let's look at the Three of Swords. Three of Swords can represent heartbreak, disappointment, separations. Let's see what this is about in your reading. The Five of Wands. Conflict, that's what it is. Tell us more about this Three of Swords. Justice. I feel like some people are having to leave your life and they don't like that. Yeah, they don't. They want to stay longer. They want to stay in your life, or they want to stay around you. There's something here where people are having to leave, exit, right? Take an exit here, and that's just justice. That's what they deserve. Literally, the Justice card is getting what you deserve. It's the scale being balanced. They don't want to leave though. The Five of Cups, regrets, crying over spilled milk. So they did something to deserve this exit here. They're being removed. Either they're being removed from your personal life, or being removed from a job where you work, or a business partnership that's ending, or something like that. They're having to be removed. Five of Wands, because of the conflict. I feel like you wanted things to take an easier route with these individuals, but they just wouldn't stop. They were just very stubborn. The Six of Cups is reunions, reconciliations. Tell us more about this Five of Wands, the conflict here. What was it about? The Fool. I feel like these are people who didn't want change. I feel like, you showing up as a Hierophant, you inspired change in people's lives. But these are people who still, they didn't see you as an influence. They were stubborn in their old ways. They didn't want to change. It's like, get with the program or leave. And that's exactly what happened. They had their opportunity. You walked into these people's lives to help inspire change in their own life. And the ones who wanted to change, they ended up being inspired by you. Right? They listened to you, or they watched and observed you, and they changed their life. But there were some who didn't want to change, so they have to go. And that's a part of the mission here. Okay, so remember that we cannot change anyone. Change comes from within. You can't change anyone, no matter how hard you try. Which is why I tell people all the time that the greatest way that a person becomes inspired is just by watching you. You will touch the lives of so many people, and some of them you may not even know or know personally. It's just that they watch you from a distance and they become inspired to transform their own life and become similar like you. You don't have to be up close and personal with people to inspire them. I actually feel like that's the best way, right? Protecting your space while inspiring other people. Okay. It's very important to do that, because sometimes you'll encounter people who don't really want to change, who don't really want your help, but they just want to be close to you, to drain you, to use you, to take advantage of you, and even sometimes to sabotage you or to bring you down. Okay, to destroy you. Those are the leeches, the ones who like to leech onto people and just drain them spiritually, energetically, emotionally, financially. The ones who just want to use you. They don't want to do anything for themselves. They want you to do the work for them, or they want you to just be the one that they can rely on all the time. So please be careful. As Hierophants, there's a reason why this person is up. They're higher up. It's almost like and these two people are down here. Okay, you don't see these two people standing beside the Hierophant. No, the Hierophant has their own chair. They have their own space, right? And you will be put in situations where many people will get a view of you. So don't be shocked if you often feel watched, right? If you feel like people are watching you or looking at you. Like I said, it's your light. The glory of God shines upon his people. And so some people just shine so brightly, and for all to see. That's what it's meant to be, for all to see, even those who are in darkness. Because those who are in darkness, when they see your light, and if they want to change, they will walk towards you. As in, your light will illuminate their path. And so they will walk out of the light, should I say. Not that they will walk towards you, but they will walk out of darkness, because your light has illuminated their path. It's a spiritual thing. Okay? But you must remember to protect yourself. Your job is not to change anyone. Your job is to inspire change. As you protect yourself, you protect your space. Okay? It's very important to protect yourself as a person of light, because if you're drained, if you're exhausted, if you've been misused and abused, and you've been putting yourself in toxic situations, it's going to dim your light, and your light will not shine as brightly. So again, the greatest way to inspire people is to inspire them at a distance, okay, or from a there's something here, these people, okay? It seems like you were appointed to a certain person, place, or thing to inspire change, and you had these people who were watching you, and they became inspired themselves, and then others, they chose to stay in the dark. Some could have even chosen to dim your light by going against you, right? And it's unrealistic, using darkness to go against a child of light. It's stupid. Doesn't make any sense. Even scientifically, it doesn't make any sense, right? Light is more powerful than darkness. Okay, it is in the absence of light where darkness can even exist. Like, you have to turn off the light in order for it to be dark. You know what I'm saying? Which is why you have to be careful to protect your energy, protect yourself spiritually, because if you are putting yourself amongst toxic people or very dark spirited people, they will drain you, and it will dim your light. And you don't want to stay in toxic situations for a long time where your light just continues to get, dimmer and dimmer and dimmer, to the point where your whole light is out. And then that's when darkness can consume you and destroy you. So please be careful. For those of you who, there's so many different names for people who carry the light of God. Some people call themselves like light workers, so many names, right? But they're all pretty much the same thing. Just be very, very careful with that, where you're around people who are dimming you, okay? They're draining you, they're exhausting you, you feel depleted, or you find yourself in groups of people where you are the black sheep, and they're exhausting you. Your light is just getting lower. It's dimming and dimming and dimming and dimming, sort of like a light bulb, right? There's different watts. So if you're not taking good care of yourself spiritually, your light gets really, 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 really dimmed. And it's never a good thing. You want to shine bright, so that the light shines in dark places and cannot be consumed by darkness at all. There's a scripture, actually, I think it's the light shines in dark places and darkness cannot overtake it. Okay, once you're in the light and your light shines bright, dark people, places, and things have no access to you. They may watch you from a distance, plot on you from a distance, but they cannot touch you the greater your light shines, okay? So just remember that moving forward. But it's a situation where the people who saw your light, because you were glowing bright for all to see. Why is that? So that everyone can get a chance to change, to choose to change, okay? It's like you were literally, like, imagine yourself on stage, the spotlight's on you, and people are watching you. They're watching the things that you're doing, and it's healing. It inspired them. But then there were some who watched you and they saw you and they were like, nope, I'm not changing. I'm staying the way that I am. I'm staying in darkness. Or there were some who were stupid enough to even think that they could wage war on you and go against you. Which is such a silly thing to do to people who are of light, because they're very, very protected. So now those people who had the chance, they had the opportunity to change and they refuse, they have to be removed, okay? And I feel like these are the people here, their energies. They feel very hurt, okay? They feel very hurt. The Five of Wands is even here. They may have been trying to, start conflict and drama, and it didn't work. The Justice card is in the upright. Now they're left grieving here. They're regretful, but regret is very different from remorse, okay? Many times people feel regret when they experience some major consequences for their actions. Remorse is like, even without the consequence, that morally, ethically, you were wrong, Sometimes I feel like more people have regret than remorse, okay? Excuse me, Six of Cups and the Fool card. I almost feel like you have an idea of who these people are. You just know, because you never saw any change in them. You never saw any progression in them. You never saw any transformations in them at all. And it makes sense. You carry the energy of the death. You bring major endings that lead to transformations. This is your energy indeed. You bring major endings, okay? By inspiring change, you cause major endings that lead to transformations that are very much needed, okay? You are the change, is what I'm trying to say. You are the change. Even here at the Lovers card here, you tend to, and along this journey, it's like this is like your soul mission, you know. And I tell people all the time, yeah, we all have our earthly positions, we all have our own wants and desires, right? Some people want to be nurses, doctors, business owners, engineers, professors, you know, mechanics, and actors, singers, all of the professions. Those are earthly professions. And indeed, God wants us to pursue what makes us happy, but also know that we have earthly positions, and we also have positions in the kingdom of God, as in all of us have a higher calling, a higher purpose on our lives. There are things that God has selected us to do for his kingdom. So, and you can be in your earthly position as you also serve God spiritually, okay? By fulfilling your purpose. And you can be a teacher and touch the lives of many. You can be a nurse and touch the lives of many. You can do both, is what I'm trying to say, as long as you align yourself on the rightful path that God has for you. But I just feel like you carry this death energy so beautifully. You bring change, right? And in order for changes to occur, there must be endings. There must be a death of old habits, bad behavior, toxic mentalities. And along this journey, what is so beautiful is the ones who do accept you and the ones who you do inspire change within, they feel such a beautiful soulmate bond with you. Some of them may not even know how to explain it to you. There's something about you that leaves people in such awe, and it's not you only, it's that glory of God that's shining on you. And so it's like when people look at you, you don't feel like an average person. They may be like, there's something about you that's just, it's so different. It's the glory of God, it's shining on you. And so it's like you are also divine, you know, just like the divine who has anointed you and ordained you for this life mission of yours. So it's your calling. I literally just heard it. It's your calling that makes people feel such a special connection to you. And along this journey, I feel like you're going to encounter so many beautiful soulmates. With the Lovers card that's here, people who have chosen you, you know, as a leader, as someone who they look up to and they're inspired by. I mean, it's just beautiful. But yeah, these are the people who were unwilling to change. These were the people who were unwilling to change. And you cannot make compromises with those who want to remain in the dark. They can't be in the dark while wanting benefits from you, while wanting to be closest to you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way, okay? And so there's no compromising. It's like I said earlier, you either give the program or you leave, right? Go find your way elsewhere, because you're not going to spread your darkness amongst other people, all right? It's like some of them were hoping to reconcile with you, that things would, I don't know, that you would turn a blind eye to it or something like that. And they can do what they want, but they just can't be around you, you know, in your presence. They have to go. And I feel like that's why they're being removed from your life. They're having to go elsewhere with the Fool card here. And literally the Hermit on the back of the deck. They choose to be in the dark. Okay. Clarify the devil. Clarify the devil. Clarify the devil. The Ten of Cups. Clarify the devil. The Ten of Pentacles. Huh. I feel like you also look at the sun, right? The sun, it's happiness, it's fulfillment, it's growth, it's expansion, all that good stuff. But it also represents illumination, right? The light shining on darkness to illuminate it, to bring to light what was hidden in the dark. The light also diminishes the dark. And the sun card can represent healing, enlightenments, awakenings, and all, right? It's a very powerful, positive card. Something here got revealed. There was, like, the way I see the devil card, the devil is a negative influencer, okay? The more and more, especially for me personally, the more I'm learning about life and the world and the darkness within it, I know many times, like, depending on your faith, right? We know the devil to be like some sort of being or entity that is like bad and evil. And I also, though, from my personal experience, just the more that I'm awakening and becoming enlightened, I realize that we can also, as human beings, we can also manifest the devil within ourselves when we become negatively influenced by our strong desires. That's actually one of the meanings of the devil. The devil card, the original meaning of the devil card is someone who is easily seduced, right? The key word is seduce here, okay? To be weak and vulnerable, to be overtaken. Actually, the seduce is like to be overtaken by something, right? The devil card, the original meaning of the devil card is someone who is easily seduced by the material world, as in the physical world that we live in, Earth, the physical plane, right? People who are too consumed by their strong desires tend to be influenced negatively, as in they may become influenced by greed, right? By envy, okay? They may become influenced by lust, by bitterness, by malice. And these are all feelings and emotions that come from you and I. So many times, I know growing up, and I grew up in a Christian, I'm from a Christian background. When I would hear about the devil, I'd be like, yeah, it's like a person, a being, an entity. And indeed it is. But I also wonder, and I feel this way too, that due to a person's own selfish wants and desires, we're able to manifest the devil within ourselves. When we become too, and let me just clarify, there's nothing wrong with having desires. There's nothing wrong with wanting things, but I do believe there's a problem with having too much of a strong desire that leads us to doing things out of character, that leads us to manipulating people, sabotaging people, hurting, harming people, being corrupt, cunning, conniving, lying, being dishonest, cheating to win, and being obsessive with what we want, but at the expense of other people, right? That's what the devil card is saying. It's like too much of a strong desire that may actually lead a person to start behaving like the devil, that we read about in religious texts. It's like I've encountered people like that where they actually start reenacting the devil. They themselves start behaving like the devil, right? So I feel like that's what has happened here, where you illuminated your lights, right? You were sent to a person, place, or thing to inspire change amongst the people. Your light, your light shines so bright that it caused a major awakening. It's like those who were in the dark, those who were asleep. And what do I mean by asleep? I don't mean by like literally sleeping, but I'm talking those who just were so lost and needed to be found, you awakened them and they started to see their own demons. Let's talk about that, right? The light shines in dark places, but darkness cannot overtake it. Okay? That's biblical scripture, and it's so true, where it's like your light shines so bright that some of these people who chose to become inspired by you, who chose to change, they started looking at their own devilish ways. They started waking up, and they're like, okay, maybe I do have a problem. Maybe I do have a greed problem. Like I tend to just, I tend to compromise my morals, my integrity over greed, or I tend to do some things because I want money, or because I wanted that promotion, or I wanted that brand new car, or I wanted the social status, the prestige. I did this and I did that. I sabotaged other people and I did some dirty things. Yeah, maybe I do have problems. That's the kind of awakening that you did. Maybe even some of them were like, oh, I think I do have a hatred problem. Yeah, I do tend to be jealous of people when I see them have nice things. Yeah, I need to stop that. That's that kind of awakening. You illuminated their darkness and they were able to see what they couldn't see before, or what they were dismissing before and being in denial about before. They were able to see it. They were able to see their own devilish ways, the devil that they had manifested within themselves because of their strong desires that really led them to doing things that they didn't need to be doing, right? That's what you did. You shined a light. You gave them that awakening, a very pleasant one. You gave them healing. You may have even enlightened people who were in a state of depression, people who just had a very poor spirit, as in low self-esteem, low confidence, people who just were hopeless and they didn't believe in themselves, and they were comfortable with living that way. Maybe even people who were bitter, people who have been hurt so badly that they choose to carry that hurt around. And what they don't realize, it's like there's like a dark cloud just hovering over them, a spiritual dark cloud. And that's why they continue to remain depressed and heartbroken and just low in energy. You shine that light and you gave them hope. You enlighten them to believe that, okay, there is something much better for me out there. I have to keep on pushing. I can't give up because of some heartbreaking circumstances that happened in the past. God has something much better for me out there. I have to keep on walking down this path. I have to keep it pushing. I can't sit in defeat and give up. You enlighten people who were giving up or who gave up. But when you shine your light on them, they were like, wait, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I don't have to sit in defeat. I don't have to be stuck on what happened in the past. I see a light. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Let me keep on walking towards it. That's you illuminating their path and showing them that indeed there is hope. Even if they couldn't see it, with your light shining, they know there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and they have to keep on walking to make that arrival. And so it's a beautiful thing that you have done. Maybe you didn't even notice it, right, until I've sort of formed it into words. But you have the 10 of Cups, this happily ever after with the 10 of Cups. Happily ever after. All the people around you now, I feel like they are at peace with themselves. They're doing much better. Okay, whether they tell you this or not, you will even be able to see it and sense it and feel it. The 10 of Pentacles is also here. I feel like many of these people, what I'm hearing is they've made great plans for themselves, especially those who were hopeless, you know, those who were so much in the dark that they didn't even know what's to come. They had no clue, you know, if things would get better or not. But when you shined a light on them and they saw the light at the end of the tunnel, they're like, oh my gosh, you know, God has great plans for me. There's a future for me. I don't have to sit here. I don't have to be defeated by what didn't work out in the past, or what happened to me, or what they did to me. There's something much better out there. It does get better, you know, and I can just release that past burden and baggage and heal and forgive and release. I see people around you making plans for the future because they have so much hope now. They're making plans for the future. Some of them may even be doing things that they never thought they would be doing, as in there may be, I see some people even taking risks that they were too afraid to take, because now they've gotten their confidence back, their self-esteem back. Oh my gosh, I just see so much growth, so much expansion, so much prosperity for everyone, including yourself. Wow. This is very beautiful. What a powerful, powerful calling you have on your life. And just like I said, continue to stay focused, because you have a very important job to do, okay? Not just to fulfill for yourself, but fulfill this mission here to help other people. Your light is needed indeed in this dark world. Your light is needed. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the message. I hope it resonated with you. And if it did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. If you're interested in connecting with me more, please visit the link in the description box. There you will see all of my information. You can visit my website. You can even submit a prayer request, which is where you email me and tell me what you feel comfortable with me knowing, and I will keep you in my prayers as an intercessor. There's also a link if you would like to make a donation and support the channel more. So thank you guys so very much for all of your support. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you. Take care, everyone, and many blessings to you.